Okay, I think it's about 1:15. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started if that's okay. So again, my name is Ron Kuhlman. I'm from Kettering University in Flint, Michigan. And I want to thank the meeting organizers, Professor Teeling Smith, and all the crew at Mount Union for getting us onto the program. We've been trying hard now for the last couple of years to incorporate a Society of Physics students component into the Ohio Region section and or the Eastern Great Lakes section APS meetings. And so we're really glad that we're able to continue that here going forward. So I am the zone counselor for Zone 7. We'll talk about what that means in a moment. But I wanted to introduce our associate zone counselor, who is the student representative to the National Council of the Society of Physics Students, Rebecca Abbott-McCune. Say hi.
Hello. Yes, my name is Becca. And like he said, I am your associate zone counselor, and we are representing Zone 7.
I did want to make a note here. I'm trying to record this session so that we can post it up onto our YouTube channel afterwards for those who can't make today. So just be aware that that will be happening at least for the first part of the presentation here. Okay. So what we're planning to do here today is basically go through some of the things that are going to be happening at the National Society of Physics National Council level, and things that are relevant to Society of Physics students chapters throughout our region, which includes all of the Eastern Great Lakes section. So let me go ahead to the next slide here. So here's our rough agenda. We're going to do first welcome you. We'll do some introductions. I want to have some communication updates. Want to give you some updates about some of the programs of the National Council, as I mentioned. We want to talk a little bit about potentially putting together a zone council, and also talk about chapter reports and dormant chapters, so-called dormant chapters, and make sure we have some time at the end to have some discussion. Okay, so just briefly then, we are in Society of Physics Students Zone 7. This is the zone map for the entire United States and even some other countries. We are Zone 7. That includes the Lower Peninsula of Michigan, all of Ohio, all of West Virginia, and the very western part of Pennsylvania. And so that's the people that we represent. I'm the zone counselor. That means I'm kind of on a faculty level. I have a 3-year term, and Becca is serving a 1-year term as a student. So Becca, do you want to maybe take over here and start talking about mission? Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely. Yep. So we exist to help you and help you contribute to your professional community. So a part of that is helping you communicate better, work with others, increase your network and expand it, allow you opportunities to demonstrate your leadership, like I said, networking, and also being able to facilitate your research and help you publish your research, so that way when you go into the professional world, you have these documents and you are prepared and you feel confident. And then next, to reach out to the campus and the local community. So my name is Becca. I am also a student of Kettering University, and I absolutely love astronomy.
Yeah, so is there anybody else on the call who's associated, who's a student or associated with Society of Physics students? Why don't we do a brief introduction, just want to know who's here.
Yeah, hi. Everyone hear me all right?
Yes.
My name is Mark Kotrowski. I'm co-president of the Lawrence Technological University SPS in Southfield, Michigan.
Awesome.
Okay. Anybody else here?
I'm here. My name is Sean McBride. I'm the faculty advisor for the Marshall University group. Our SPS president, Ellie White, was going to be here today. She had it all planned out. Actually got a job interview spur of the moment from Green Bank Observatory, so she kind of took that one.
Congrats. Yeah, absolutely. Best of luck.
Yeah, so best of luck to her. I'm kind of filling in for her. So nice to meet everyone.
I'm David Horn at Gannon University. I'm the advisor to Gannon's Society of Physics students.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know. Who else here?
DJ Wagner at Grove City College, advisor there and former past president of SPS and zone counselor and on the planning committee for the next FizCon. So,
Yes, hi DJ. She's done a lot of things. Well, honored to have you here.
yeah, I was
Anybody
hoping
else?
my students would come, but I think they're all in class right now. So,
Yes, it's that time of day. Anyone else here today?
Hello, my name is Naya Sanel. I'm secretary for SPS at Miami University.
Okay, welcome.
And I'm the SPS advisor for the University of Mount Union SPS group. And our officers are actually all in class right now. So it's a kind of a tough time of the afternoon, but they like to be here. So
Great. All right, anybody else out there who wants to introduce themselves?
Yes, I'll introduce myself. Pooja Bhattacharya. I'm at Lawrence Technological University, and I am the SPS co-advisor. Mark, who introduced earlier, he is our SPS co-president this year. So, hello.
Yeah, hi. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Ron.
Anybody else here? Okay, well, if we have some folks come in later, they can introduce themselves then.
Okay, so for me and for Ron here, we want to know how best to communicate with you. So we have our website. We've also got a Discord. If there's any other ideas or suggestions that you have, we want to be in contact with you. I would love to hear everything about what all of your chapters are doing and being a part of. So if you have any suggestions at all, let me know. And we have a YouTube as well. Like he said, he's going to record this and he's going to put this up there. So there's lots of ways for you to reach out to us if you need anything at all, and hope to work with you well.
Yeah, and we will send out these slides to anybody who wants them. Of course, they'll be up on the YouTube channel as well, so you can go to these links at your convenience. Also, we should mention that either both of us are available via email. That's probably the best way to reach us, actually. And so if you have questions or comments, do let us know. The website, I just want to mention, so the website there actually contains a bunch of useful information about both past zone meetings that we've had, also a list of all the different chapters in our zone, a list of past winners of awards, some of the past zone counselors and associate zone counselors, so lots of great information about Zone 7 on that website.
One more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I've been sending out a Google form and a calendar type invite just so I can see when is a good time for you. I don't plan on using it extensively, but if there's ever a time where you want to meet and discuss, then I have your availability. If you don't have those links or if something's going funny there, please reach out to me and let me know, and I will work on getting your email list updated or just making sure everything's communicating properly, and then I can send those links out to you again. But it'll really help me find out what I can do to cater my resources or the resources of SPS to you and help you out.
Yeah, we should say that if you are an advisor or an officer, you should be getting emails from us and also from the National Council directly. If you're not getting those emails, please let us know and we'll make sure we can get that fixed. Rebecca, you want to go ahead and talk a bit about the National Council?
Yeah, sure. So we've got the Society of Physics Students, and then we have Sigma Pi Sigma. The Society of Physics Students National Council, we've got 18 regions. Oh yeah, and because of that, all the AZCs, we've got 18 students. Like he said before, we serve 1-year terms, and then the ZCs, the zone counselors, there's 18, one for each zone, and they serve 3-year terms. The executive committee for Sigma Pi Sigma, I mean, it's all right there. So we all met up and we had a national conference, and that's us there in the photo. So we're all here to help you guys in any way that you need.
So basically the executive committee, they kind of do the day-to-day, or not quite day-to-day, but the executive director does the day-to-day work for the Society of Physics students. We'll talk about that, the people who work in the office here shortly. But this is the committee that does sort of the guiding committee for the national organization, and it consists of both the faculty level folks, folks like the SPS president, Sigma Sigma president, but also student as well. So.
All right, so when we went to National Council, and all a part of being this is we're each assigned to our committees. So we have the Physics Congress Committee, Centennial Events, Governance, Inclusion, Outreach, and the Sigma Pi Sigma Chapter Committee, and that's the one that Ron and I are both on, which is where we encourage the inductions of Sigma Pi Sigma members within the schools. So if you have any questions or need more details on any of those, please feel free to ask. All right, and then we have our Sigma Pi Sigma and Society of Physics Students National Personnel. And these here are our current national office staff, and they are incredibly kind and useful for any questions that we have, you guys have, just love them to death. So we are here for you, and we are here to support you and help all of the activities that you have going on in your chapters.
So I probably do some brief introductions here. Brad Conran, he is the executive director. Kayla Stevens is recently appointed as the assistant director for Society of Physics students. Andrew Zidell is the assistant director for Sigma Pi Sigma. Michaela Cleaver, she takes care of a bunch of different things in the office along with Lydia and Sasha. So they really keep things going.
All right, so we have chapter reports where this is allows us to see how you guys are doing. And a part of what we're looking for, a part of what SPS wants you guys to focus on is these three main things. Connecting your SPS chapter to the students, connecting beyond your chapter, so meetings like this, other engagements with alumni and other members of the physics community, as well as SPS National. So that's sending us, pictures of activities that you guys have got going on, publications, staying connected, getting involved, and going to the national events. Shoot, that's not just for the chapter report, but that's in general. So,
yeah. And we're going to hit on some of the details of this.
Yeah, it's all, there's
slides,
so much stuff.
Coming slides.
Absolutely.
So this is sort of overview slide.
So we have our awards and grants. Now these here that are listed, the due date for them is November 15th. So if you are interested in them or think you can qualify or anything like that, please submit an application because they want to help you, get involved in physics. So we've got the Future Faces of Physics to support outreach projects and promote physics. That can be up to $500. We got the Marsh W. White, which is for K through 12 type outreach, also $500. Next, we've got chapter research. Now this one is cool. It's an award up to $2,000. So you propose a grant project and they will help pay for up to $2,000 for you to do your chapter research. Now this can be for a whole group. This could be for a couple of members within the whole group. But the point is that it's supposed to be represented as the entire chapter. It's something that you all can get involved with, whether it be a helium balloon or, something fun. But the goal is to learn and the goal is to try something new. So they want to help you support you with that. We've also got our Sigma Pi Sigma chapter project. This is to help you expand and hold inductions and increase recognition. That's up to $500. These next ones are not due necessarily on the 15th, but they are to help you get to events. So if you need help traveling to an event, traveling to a conference, or hosting a conference, those, I would use the travel reward for that. The reporter award is, they will help pay for your travel costs to go to SPS events, so long as you write, I think, a 2 to 3 page paper on like what your findings were, your experience. That way they can promote that and encourage other people to join and go.
And they are still doing virtual events as well, so it's a little less money, but hopefully your expenses are less as well, right?
All right, next we have the Food for Hungry Physics and Astronomy students. This is sort of like a crisis fund, so $300 in financial support to start food cabinets and help others in your community. And then we have the AIP SPS Undergraduate Education Pandemic Assistance Program. Wow. Okay. That's more like the crisis fund. I apologize. Up to $1,000 to be awarded for tuition, fees, housing, books. You can only get once, but if you are currently enrolled in an undergraduate study, you can get help for the COVID impact. So all you need to do is apply.
Yeah, so basically it's really just a scholarship, $1,000 scholarship, basically. There are other awards and grants which are due in the spring, which we're not going to talk about here today just because lack of time, but you can go find those out on the SPS website.
All right, now this is important. Nationals would like 100 nominations for service awards. So there are two different kinds. You've got the SPS and the Sigma Pi Sigma. Each for their own things. So please, if you have, anybody in your chapter that you think is worthy of a nomination, please go on ahead and nominate them. And if you do, please let me know, because I can report that to nationals and they would be so thrilled. So our goal is 100. Okay, so then we have our outreach resources. So we've got the socks kits, which are free starter outreach demonstration kits. There's all sorts of fun little goodies in there, and they help you if you don't have the resources or the funding to do outreach. They help you hold those events or get involved with the community. You can use them, in that way. And then we have the SPS demonstrations library. Now that thing is cool. So when you hold outreach for a K through 12, sometimes you don't have a lot of ideas for what sort of physics related activities to, do. But these are over 35 demonstrations. It shows you every step of how to do it, has all the instructions. And if you have an idea that's not on there, you can contribute your own idea and it'll go on the website and we can create something up. So there's all sorts of stuff on there. So if you're ever out of ideas, please go there, and there's lots of cool things. And then we have our yearly Physics Jeopardy. So you can download it and also contribute. So if you need a club activity or an outreach activity, these are all things that you can use. Okay.
This just shows an example of one of the examples of one of these science outreach catalyst kits. And I am in this kit. So this was for the 2020 Year of Acoustics kit. Included a portable oscilloscope and a microphone, and a microscope. And they come in a little envelope, and it's got some instructions or links to instructions for how to actually do some of these demos for the outreach events. So it's kind of a really great opportunity, and they usually have one available each year, so you can request them year after year if you are going to use them.
All right, so next we've got the SPS Observer. Now this helps connect everybody through one big book. It highlights chapter member activities, news, events, and awards, fosters professional development, and provides resources. Now this is important because, and this is part of why I really want to be so involved with what's going on in your chapter, even if it's just a photo of a meeting you've got, or a photo of an outreach event, or just a little blurb, or some cool science quotes. They can fill up the SPS Observer with everything that's happening at local schools. And then by proxy, you can look at the Observer and see what all the other schools are doing. And you can say, hey, I really like that idea. Or, hey, I really like that, activity. And we can all share that knowledge. So the more that you keep me in the loop, the more I can help everyone else. So please, please, please look at these and then let me know what's going on in your chapters.
Yeah, so these come out basically every quarter, and if you're a member of Society of Physics Students, you'll get it sent to you in the mail. They also have, I think you can also even download past issues online as well. So check those out.
So next we've got our Alumni Engagement Program. So if you need a speaker or if you need a mentor, career information, any sort of thing like that, these alumni have volunteered to sign up to this website and prove to be resources of information for you, your organization, your chapter, anything that you need. So if you're looking for a speaker or somebody to, help you with a panel or something, you can reach out to all of these people and say, hey, would you guys be interested? And they would love to come and help out.
Yeah, I know we did in the middle of all the virtual meetings last year. We had somebody come in and talk about outreach from the University of Maryland. So it was a nice change of pace.
Then we have Chirp, the Journal of Undergraduate Reports in Physics. So the goal of this is to help you as students and train you guys to provide a means of public research. So this is what I meant by they help you provide an avenue for you to take your research and help get it published. And so this is a super cool resource, and you should submit everything by March 15th if you're interested in having something published.
It is actually a print journal. They put as much as they can in the pages they have available, and then everything else goes online. But so it is a peer-reviewed journal. So it's a great thing if you publish in there, it's something you can put on your CV, your resume.
All right, so then we have the SPS Internship program. I have some more slides if you'd like. I got sent an email that I can forward to all of you guys. I think they said something like $5,500 to $7,000 for that internship, with $750 worth of travel reimbursement costs, and I think they help with housing too. But there's a lot of opportunities and there's a lot of ways to get involved. I know when I was at the national conference, one person I was sitting next to, he was working on code to sort data for stuff, and that's just one thing. I mean, there's so many other research opportunities. So no matter what you're interested in, if you're interested in an internship, I'm sure that they could find or help find a position for you. So absolutely, and applications are open, and if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I can relay that information, and good luck.
Yeah, and you can see here there's quite a range of sites available to work in. They usually try to send people to various different member societies of the AIP, as well as I talked with one of the associate zone counselors who did one project on she was wanting to do journalism, so she's working with folks at a journal. So it was great.
Can I do a quick shout out here? This is
Absolutely,
DJ.
sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is an amazing internship program. So students take notice and faculty tell your students all about it. So unlike a typical internship program where you go to one institution, they bring students into DC. They work all over DC, but they have a thing where like all of the interns go to every research site, every internship site during the summer. So they get to see all the projects. They spend a lot of time at the American Center for Physics meeting movers and shakers in the scientific community. There's Mather Public Policy Internship, which is just amazing, working on Capitol Hill. So these are really, really awesome internships, not just for what you do during the internship, but for the whole process and the whole experience.
And I believe they are going to try to put them back into person if they can. They had been virtual last year or two, so but definitely check those out. Applications are already open, so we can apply for next year.
All right, so next we have our careers and graduate school resources. It is a career toolbox, and they can help you and mentor you to searching for a job and taking your next steps post-graduation. There's also Grad School Shopper, which I could be wrong, but I'm under the impression that you shop for grad school. So if you need more information about, what kind of schools are out there, what kind of programs are out there, and what resources and opportunities are out there, these are all really good links. So like we said, we're going to send this presentation out, so you will have all these resources. All right, SPS membership. Well, you should join. It's $24 for a year. You can sign up multiple students at once, and you get the printed observer, and you get the discount. But if you have a lot of members, what you can do is get a chapter membership. So $350, I believe, a year. You get the sock kit, you get the SPS store discount, and the toolbox like we had on the previous slide. And you get up to 200 memberships. So, but it is only for the year. So it's $350 a year for up to 200 members. If you have a smaller chapter, everybody could do it individually. And we don't offer like subsidies on these because, I mean, it's super cheap for what you're getting, and we'll go over that on the next slide. So you get the SPS Observer 3 times a year, plus the Chirp, so you can post your research. Oh, did we do? Oh, you hit it. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay.
I can go to that slide. Sorry, let me go to the next slide.
Okay. So you get the Physics Today each month, which is a magazine. You get to apply for all of the scholarships, grants. I mean, truly, if you get one of the scholarships, it's basically covered itself, you know, for your entire collegiate career. So you get 2 free memberships with the AIP member societies. The resources are super cool, and you get to pick which ones you want based off of what your interests are. You get the SPS News, which is our biweekly newsletter. You get the career and graduate school resources. You get travel support to regional and national meetings, like with all those links that we had earlier. And then free joint membership into the National Society of Black Physicists or the National Society of Hispanic Physicists. And then you get access to the cool toolbox, like I mentioned before, outreach materials and demonstration tutorials.
Yeah, I mean, just the
It's a lot.
professional society memberships alone. I mean, if you're a professional like me, those are easily over $100 a year. So, great deal. I want to talk a little bit about SPS Sigma. So basically, SPS Sigma is the Physics Honor Society component of the Society of Physics students. It really has 4 major purposes in its mission. First of all, to honor scholarship, encourage interest in physics, promote service, and provide fellowship. And this is a national organization. Basically, if you don't have a chapter, we can certainly help you set one up. It really provides a great way to do networking. Once you join, you're a member for life. It's been going on here for over 100 years this year, actually. I'll update this slide. And we can certainly help you get started with that if you haven't had an induction or haven't had one in a while. We're trying to get those going. So you can to be able to join, you typically have to be either an undergraduate and have had a record of GPA and/or service to your chapter, or you can also qualify as a graduate student or as a faculty or professional based on your coursework and/or your degrees. There's a smaller class of honorary members. That's also a possibility as well, though. And if you're interested in trying to honor someone, please let us know. So each chapter has its own sort of guidelines in terms of what the requirements are, but definitely encourage people to join. There's a whole bunch of resources here which are available from the Sigma Sigma website, including how to run an induction, some virtual induction resources, things like slides you can run for an induction ceremony, videos, a bunch of things like that. So we'll send this stuff along, you can check it out. So this year, as I mentioned, is this the 100th anniversary year for Sigma Pi Sigma, and so they want us to have parties. So we just got our super cool party box a couple weeks ago, and it is definitely super cool. There's a bunch of prizes in there and a bunch of other fun stuff. So we're going to do ours just before the end of the term. You can still get them, I believe. They have they have a limited number, but if you click on the URL there, and you can go there and request a box. And they're also hoping that, as Rebecca mentioned, to have people give out service awards at these events, insofar as that's possible. So do check that out. They also are going to have a special video which you can play during the party. and they're going to have a bunch of people, past folks talking about SPS Sigma and its history and future directions.
And if you do have a party, I want to hear all about it. And I want to see all the pictures. So please, please, please keep me on the loop on this one, because every chapter is going to celebrate it in their own unique way. And I'm very excited to see what you guys come up with.
Physics Congress. You want to talk about Physics Congress, Becca?
Sure. I mean, it's Congress. It's no, it's going to happen next year from October 6th to 8th. It'll be in DC. The hotel will be Omni Shoreham. There's going to be so many cool things there. So they're going to do 100 years of momentum.
That's the theme.
And it's going to be unlike any other conference you've ever seen before. It's going to be super fun, super interactive. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. 21 workshops, 7 tours, 5 plenaries, 2 poster exhibits, the whole chapter showcase, and a closing centennial celebration. One of the dinners that they're going to have there is actually going to be a costume dance party. So you get to dress as what, your favorite physics something or other?
Physics thing, whatever it is.
Physics thing. So you can be a spherical cow. You could be...
DJ, you're on the committee? Are you on the committee? Yeah.
The executive planning committee for this, yes.
Yeah,
very exciting.
Feel free to jump in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would just say, guys, it's amazing. I went to my first Congress in 2004, and I took one student, and I came back saying, this is the most awesome conference I've ever been to. I'm going to take a busload to the next, and I've taken at least 20 students to each Congress since then. So if anybody wants advice on how to fundraise for this, let me know, because my students pay almost nothing out of pocket. It's fantastic. These centennial speakers on the left, we're going to have a session where they're going to talk about where they see the next 100 years of physics. So you've got 2 Nobel laureates plus somebody who won her advisor the Nobel Prize, and plus somebody who's been on E-Trade commercials. So I mean, what a what a great collection. And one way that we choose the speakers is people that will sit around and talk to students afterwards. And so these folks will hang out during the conference. I mean, we have so many pictures of my students with Jocelyn Bell Burnell. Every Congress, she's just there and she's amazing. And there will be poster sessions. There will also be an art contest and exhibit. So let me know if you've got any questions. It's amazing.
Usually tours are highlight the first day. They're not required, but a lot of people go to them because they're great. The ones in the area there, they're going to have one to Green Bank Observatory. That's going to be an overnighter. I'm sure that'll be in high demand. National Institute of Standard Technology, they're going to go out to NASA Lab at Goddard. There's going to be a medical physics themed one over at the DC Children's Hospital. There'll be some other stuff going on at University of Maryland College Park. Of course, it'll be going over to the Smithsonian, to the Air and Space Museum, and even a DC scavenger hunt. So that should be a lot of fun. Just a small section of the workshops. You can see here physics and art, entrepreneurship for physics for humans, stuff on grad schools, astronomy, career panels. I mean, just tons of stuff, interesting things.
All right, real quick. The slide is hidden. It's in the presentation,
sorry.
But I do want to mention it, and I want to bring it to your attention that it is in there about fundraising. So there's a lot of opportunities, and this is something where if your chapter or you really want to go and you need some more resources on, fundraising ideas, or you want something a little bit more catered to your area, I would love to dig deep and help you figure it out. But Nationals would like us to do a fun run. So their goal is to do 375 miles across everybody. So if you're interested in more resources for that, please let me know, because I will be sending stuff out.
Yes, there's an entire webpage about fundraising, and lots of great ideas if you're looking to do fundraising. So very good website for that. Let's see, I think we want to talk a little about a possible new zone council. So Becca, you want to?
Absolutely. Let me get a new piece of paper. So, there's a lot of you guys. There's a lot of chapters, and I can reach out as best I can to other people, but more realistically, you're probably closer to the chapters that are around you, or at least familiar with what kinds of activities they've got going on. So I think it'd be really, really cool if I had like a representative for just each like kind of chunk of the zone, and then I could just meet with you guys, and you can just keep your ear to the ground of what everybody else has got going on. Or if you hear about something cool that I would want to know about, this would help me mainly with the Observer, just to help collect pictures and collect other things with everybody's got going on, and then reaching out if there's any resources. Or additionally, I want to do some more zone-wide type events. So think like Discord game night, or think speakers, or any ideas you guys might have. So I just want a couple point people to reach out to, just to kind of feel out what's going on. So I'm not speaking on behalf of the whole chapter, and so I can maybe have a little bit of help planning some of these events, or having you guys reach out to people who might want to plan events and just helping them make it happen, giving them those resources. So it shouldn't be super stressful or anything, but just a little bit more communication would be awesome. So does that make sense? And do you have any questions? With that Google form, I did put in a little blurb about the zone council. So like member kind of thing that I want to, committee thing that I want to put together. So if you could fill out that Google form, or if you have any questions at all, or you want to sign up and you want to set a monthly meeting, let me know, because I am all ears, and I want to get to know you guys, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the resources that you need, or the help that you need.
And if you are interested, please put your information in the chat box, and we'll follow up with you. We also, we would like to have help planning zone meetings as well. So this is sort of doing the best we can in the virtual environment, but it would be great to have multiple zone meetings actually across the zone. We're quite a large area. So once we can get back in person again, it would be great to have a few of those set up as well.
Even if they're virtual, I just want there to be a little bit more interaction between everybody. So doesn't matter what it is. It can be anything fun. And in the Google form, I specify that. I'm really not, being picky here, but I just want everybody to meet each other, because networking is what it's all about. I mean, I love physics friends. So let's make some physics friends.
So one thing I wanted to briefly touch on here is that we have almost 100 chapters, 99 chapters, I believe, in our zone. But we get typically less than 30 chapter reports, which is actually one of the best in the nation in terms of number of reports. But still, we often wonder, where is everybody else, right? What is everybody else doing? And we just don't know, because we don't get any information. So if you haven't filed a chapter report lately, please do that. You don't even have to fill out the entire form. You can even really, the key thing is like, who is the advisor, who are the incoming officers, so that we can keep in touch with you all, and maybe a few bits about what you've been doing. Or if you know of a chapter that hasn't been very active lately, and they might need some help, we would love to be able to help them as well, to kind of get things going again. We know it's been challenging, particularly during this pandemic time, to keep things going. So just wanted to throw that out there. Becca, did you want to follow up with that at all, or?
I'm writing the emails down.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we learn so much about what happens. There's so many great ideas that come out of these chapter reports. We would love to be able to find out what you're doing. And I'm hoping maybe we can have a session in the future here where we can have some of the really outstanding chapters talk about what they're doing, and hopefully provide some inspiration to you all for things you might be able to do yourself.
And I'm going to shoot out that Google form again, because in the Google form, there's a question on there. It's like, do you want me to go over your chapter report with you? Because if you did submit a chapter report, I think it's super important that I can give you feedback, because maybe there's just something small you can change, and the next thing you know, you have an outstanding chapter award. So I really want to communicate and open that door with you guys to be able to see how we can all do a bit better, and always strive to improve upon ourselves.
Okay, that's, I think, pretty much the end of our formal presentation here. So I just wanted to open the floor here for any discussion, or if you have any comments or questions, follow up here. I just threw up a few possible topics here for discussion, but really it's your time here. We have, I think, what, 5 minutes, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So So we do have more than 5 minutes because the next session starts at 2:15.
2:15. Okay, so we've got a little bit of
There's
open time here for discussion. So yeah, if you could, people would be willing to tell us about what you've been doing this term, what things you might have planned, what help you might need. Those are all the things we'd like to hear about.
I guess I can make a sales pitch for something that we participated in. I think it's pretty cool. So this is Sean McBride again.
Yep.
From Marshall University. Our students participated in something called GLEE. Maybe some of you have heard of it. It's the Great Lunar Expedition for Everyone. So I can type their email or their web address into the chat there. But it's a great opportunity for students to get involved with doing similar to Arduino programming and to actually have some type of device on the lunar surface in 2023. So we were part of the beta workshop out in Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, and I believe they're going to be doing a virtual workshop in the spring. So I'm going to get that information. I'll put it into the chat. It might be something that SPS groups are interested in doing. I think it's a great experience for the students.
Yeah, that sounds fabulous.
I love that idea. That's awesome. Thank you.
Is there anybody else who wants to talk about some of the things you've been doing lately, or any problems you've been having? How have your meetings been? How's attendance been at your meetings?
I know from those that have answered the Google form, one of the most pressing problems is member retention. And so in terms of resources, if you're looking for, maybe some templates for some posters to post around the school or some ideas or anything like that, I can help with that. Has anybody experienced something similar?
Mark, are you still on?
Yeah, sorry, what's the question?
No, I want to see what have you been doing lately at Lawrence Tech?
Oh yeah, we've been just trying to get people to participate. We held a couple of Women in Science lectures recently. So that's been pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we just hold regular meetings. We're going to our local cider mill next week, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, we did a little pumpkin carving event recently. That was right around Halloween, so that was fun. I got some pumpkins for launching, but everyone's been so busy with midterms, we didn't get them launched.
So that sounds like fun, launching the pumpkins. That's what I wanted to do, but we ended up helping out a local middle school do a pumpkin drop off their roof. So their goal was to protect the pumpkins.
Okay.
I was kind
pumpkins.
of the biggest splat contest and have them like confirm gravity constant or something like that. Principal did not think that was a good idea. So
yeah, fun.
We carve pumpkins at one of our meetings every year and then put 2-liter bottles with liquid nitrogen inside of them and watch them explode.
Oh, okay. I have to take that one up.
Pumpkin guts fall like 40 yards on the quad. It's fun.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, all right. Okay. Let's see. Who else? Neha, you still on?
Yeah, I was going to say, one thing we try to plan for SPS throughout the semester is connecting students with like the rest of the faculty. So we hold departmental picnics and faculty game nights. We do currently, most of our members are upperclassmen. So we are trying to get underclassmen interested in SPS, but I get it. When I was an underclassman, I was so busy with classes, I wasn't thinking about clubs as much, so I understand. But we are trying to get more underclassmen to attend for sure, and they can meet new faculty there as well. The past 2 meetings we've had, we've done something called research fraud, which when it's kind of silly, but like most of the upperclassmen in the club are part of research labs. So we take research we've presented, or like if we have PowerPoints or posters of it, we swap them with other members in the club who have literally no idea what that research is about because they are not in that lab, and they have to like fake present it, like 15 minutes of it. And then like we do go over what it actually is about. That does kind of some fun activity we've done recently. Yeah.
Sounds super fun. I love that.
It's a little silly, if I'm being honest, but it's funny.
You know, one thing that I think came up in one of the chapters, and I can't remember which one now, but I think several chapters have sort of these mentorship type programs where they try to team up the underclass folks with the upperclass, or not upperclass, but the juniors and seniors, and that for them that seemed to have worked pretty well, and so it kind of gives you a connection between those sort of incoming students and potentially outgoing students. So this was something you might consider.
Yes, I actually am in Miami's physics department mentorship program.
Great, super.
Yeah, so we've been trying to pitch it everywhere we go, like to like the introductory classes and the mentorship program. We're like, come to SPS if you have time, or astronomy club, which we try to do collaborations with other clubs in the physics department as well, like astronomy club. We're doing that next week.
Nice.
But yeah, I guess we'll have to try harder to convince them. I send emails. I send fun emails, so maybe that'll get them eventually.
Yeah, the joint club activity, I think that has worked for us as well. We have an amateur radio club, and we did a joint talk last year on ionospheric physics in amateur radio. So that was kind of a neat joint venture. And we also have a kind of a rocketry organization, and they can do some stuff with them. So yeah, I think it's nice to bring in, it allows you to kind of bring in people who may not normally come to your meetings, but still might be interested in physics in another way. Any other questions or comments here?
One of our biggest things is the physics club all-nighter that we have every spring. And I get locked in, the students don't, but it goes from 7 p.m. till 7 a.m. or until whenever the students leave and I get to go home. And the goal was to play video games on the big screens in the classrooms. And we do that, we make liquid nitrogen ice cream, we blow up bottles of liquid nitrogen, you might we smash flowers with liquid nitrogen. We have pizza and snacks all night. We have board games and puzzles and movies and, gosh, they've played sardines in the building. And we just stay all night.
Nice.
So.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Okay. Go ahead.
I was going to say our chapter, more recently they've had, they found that they're doing trying to do once a semester where they build rockets and they launch them at the campus center. And that attracts a lot of positive attention. They usually draw a pretty good crowd when they do that. So that's been an event that they have really enjoyed doing. They did it last spring, and I know that they have the rockets purchased and they're building them this fall to go sometime soon here. So.
Great. Yeah, that's definitely going to draw a crowd for sure. Let's see. I think time's getting short here, so I just wanted to make sure. Is there anything that you need? Anything you'd like us to follow up with? Any things you'd like Society of Physics students to do better?
Okay, well, to those of you guys who sent me your emails, I have written them all down, and I would like to set up a meeting maybe in about 1 to 2 weeks or so. Then we can start collecting some ideas on what we want to do, and then we're not going to set a schedule for it right now, but we'll take it by ear and get things kind of moving. I'm very excited. Thank you guys so much. Please fill out the Google form if you have not already. Please fill out the scheduling. That way that'll help me figure out what time is best to hold the meeting. And if you have any questions at all, I respond, text, call, email, just let me know. But I'm here for you guys.
Okay, great. If there's no other questions or comments, we really appreciate your time today. I'm looking forward to the rest of the program. There's going to be some great talks this afternoon, particularly looking forward to the physics careers talk. That's a panel talk, panel discussion near the end of the day. So that should be a really great opportunity. So again, thanks to all the organizers. We really appreciate the time here to get things going. And stay tuned, check your email for additional announcements about future programs from the zone and from the National Council. And make sure you get in for some of those awards. I'll tell you for one thing, especially the scholarships, sometimes those are undersubscribed. They have more scholarship money than they have applicants for in some cases. So make sure you apply for those things. We've had several students get thousands of dollars from those events.